The mayor of D.C. This was
more Muriel Bowser
more Bowser shenanigans. There's actually a video of the mayor going around trying to with Fauci. I think we talked about this, trying to sell the vaccine to people. Not literally for sale, but pitch it to people.
Come on, but
and there's a black dude
in the same room with Fauci.
No, they were outside, going door to door.
Fauci was really out here in DC streets.
Yeah, well, I mean, So, but they were because remember he moved to the White House to head the task force.
So he was already.
So they were going door to door, and they went out to some of the neighborhoods in DC, and this black dude came out and was like, "Yeah, nah, I don't want that." And it was like, but it's safe, and you can go do stuff and things, and I'm safe, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel safe. And he was like, yeah, science don't work that way.
Hey, young! Slow clap for that guy.
That one.
Science don't work that way. Science work like...
You might have expedited it. We might be safe, but in 20 years, when my leg fall off, So
at the jab location.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
I can't. So I'm a opt out. I'm gonna stay here in the house and have a good day. And then she was so mad.
Because this shit was probably on TV and you embarrassed.
Oh no! And then Fauci, he was spitting facts though. And then Fauci just walked away all right, yeah, vaccine denier or whatever. And then there's it cuts to him sitting in the car. He just in 2020. This guy, he's the chancellor of DC Public Schools.
Yep.
And this was in 2020 in a press conference. I don't
know.
The
picture is from the press conference, yeah.
This article
is sickening, guys. I want you to hold on to your motherfucking bootstraps.
Yeah, okay. So June something 2020.
Shout out to the Washington Times.
They're all liars.
For the team. Oh, shit. Mobius came out of left field.
DC Public Schools hosts drag queen event for performance for high school students. The DC Public Schools is hosting a drag queen for Pride Month celebrations for high school students to celebrate during the last month of classes. This event comes as public schools in Pennsylvania, Iowa, Colorado, New York, Illinois, and other states have increasingly made drag queen shows and story hours a featured part of family-friendly June Pride Month celebration, sparking outrage among conservatives. The guy, Louis D. Furby announced leading Pride. He announced the Leading with Pride celebration at the Blue State Public School campus in an email to DC Public Schools and families on Thursday night.
Listen, bruh, this is not gonna fly. They pick the worst school, unless it's something that I don't know. Let me say that I know Blue was just rebuilt, so there's a lot of money behind that school. But the school is in the hood, and I'm telling you right now, they thought that they was going to bring... Listen, I can't. They did it. I mean, they did it. This is the past tense thing. They did it. But I really don't think that was the place. And like we just said, the agenda. Schools, anything that says schools, bruh, if it's not a college with adults, anything when it comes to under 18, they going to say family friendly, but that... Just because you call it family friendly doesn't mean it's really family friendly. I think there should not be talks of sexuality in a school setting. Not an elementary, not a middle, not a high school. The talk should be about biology in regard to your sexuality. Just the biology of the situation, not about your choices. We should not be celebrating pride with children. That should be something for adults. And I'm sick and tired of seeing this every year after year after year. They're bringing more children to pride parades that is in public places where men got their ding-dongs hanging out. This is not a place for children, bro. I'm not going to get with it. Every child should know, okay, boom, you took anatomy. Okay, boom, in the class, you know what a penis look like. After that, it's just absolutely terrible. I can't get with it. I can't get behind it. It's absolutely sickening, Mobius.
Keeping with the trans
trend.
Drag event, Massachusetts parents plead with high school hosting drag queen event. Missy Stake, don't do this event. The drag queen is expected to sing and talk to students at the transgender, bisexual, LGBT stuff. Gay Lesbian Awareness Day. That's a mouthful. A group of parents in Massachusetts are planning to protest an event where a drag queen performer will perform for students during their school day. Newton North High School will host an event for a drag queen named Missy Stake during a 30-minute assembly as part of that awareness day. The school's principal has reportedly sent out emails to parents stating that the students are not required to attend and may choose to instead go to the cafeteria while the rest of their class attends the performance.
Yes.
Even so, the protest will reportedly be held from 5:30 to 6:30 in that town.
That day.
Yeah. One parent was quoted as saying, "If it were up to me, I'd say don't do this event." He went on to say this performance is really forcing the hand of parents to either kind of do this draconian prohibition or to say to their kids, all right, you can go and hope for the best.
What? Fuck no. I'm not, bruh, I'm not, no, you just ain't gotta go that day.
I'm not going to. It's the
person, I'm picking your ass up early that day.
It's fun. It's art. It's clown. The person performing Stake told the news outlet, "It's not sexual. It's fun. It's art. It's clownery. We come in, we sing or we dance, we read, and we leave. It's just something." Yeah, but there's a lot of videos. But
here's the thing. We come in. What do you look like? What are you wearing? We sing. What are you singing about? Mm-hmm. Probably sexuality. We read. What are you reading about? Mm-hmm. 2 father households, 2 mother households, about not judging people. I'm all for don't judge people. What you do in your home on your personal time, that's on you. But it's no longer about what you doing in your home on your personal time. Pride is literally about y'all putting it in public, and I'm just not with it. I'm sorry.
Right. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of videos, a concerning amount of videos of people having like dances and stuff. They're basically strip teasing these kids. And it's
no. In the videos.
In a lot of videos.
The trans at the school.
Not this school in Massachusetts.
No.
In a lot.
Yeah. And
they're doing it for toddlers, and they're doing it for people, and it's some Epstein Island level raids going on here. Like that's. On one hand, hey, look, y'all do what y'all do, and we're supposed to be better than this, and to be open-minded and stuff. But when you start seeing that in your schools, if you already haven't been homeschooling, you're either gonna start homeschooling your kids, right, or you are gonna get some boys together and kick down some doors. And,
he said get some boys together, and preferably with white hoods. It's like no,
but that's the knee-jerk reaction that kind of like, I don't want my kids to see that shit,
Yeah, until they turn 18, and that's what they want to do.
They can process that information
on their own. And then when you turn 18, you still can't even process this shit.
You still can't process it, but if you turned 18 in one day, and then you came home and was like, I'm gay. Well, all right, you can make your own decisions now. I love you and good luck. But anything before that, like being aware of certain things, sure. Being able to process information is important, right? Like I've been in situations where people I knew had sex changes and stuff, and I didn't know how to process it, so I literally ran away.
I remember you telling me that story.
And I talked with that person.
On.
Right. Thank God. But I had to deal with that, and as a result, I've become a better person and a much more fuller person. I've had conversations with that person and why I reacted that way. I've never seen any. You were a guy the last time I saw you. Like,
who's this girl? Who keep following me around?
So I was able to become a more rounded person because I confronted that. I made the choice to confront it. I wasn't chased by the school. I didn't tell my dad, and he was like, "Well, you shouldn't have done that." I don't
think your father would have said you should have ran from his ass.
No, absolutely not. But
did he try to touch you? Punch him in the chin.
But the point being is, I made the choice to want to reconcile that. You see what I'm saying?
You see, Moby is always trying to be an upstanding citizen.
I'm trying, man. Or girl. I don't know. But anyway.
Shady is not here for it. It's like, that's literally the point of this laboratory. It's like, to take the information, digest it, and try to like do your best with it and deal with the reality of the situation.
So Budlight is being boycotted for someone dressing. They were the trans performer. I don't know what's happening here, but somebody named an influencer.
Baby busts through the door in the middle of the episode. Shout out to
Wait, did she just
Baby.
leave?
She busts through the door, bruh. Shout out
Leave
to
it in.
Little Lee.
That's gotta stay in.
No, that's not.
That's gotta stay. Okay, so what happened was this baby just
baby.
This
Your
baby,
niece bust
my
through the
niece,
door.
busted open. She can't reach the doorknob. But she just pushed the door open and walked through like, yeah, what's good, y'all?
For real. All she needed was to be able to talk. That's all she needed.
That's all she needed.
And she could have been the baby from Baby.
I wish you could have seen what we seen. This is gonna have to be on some unknowns B-roll stuff. This was adorable. And everybody, it's like, oh, we're talking about serious stuff, but that's what we're fighting for right there. Is those moments, you know?
Right. Thank you, Mobius. That's what we fighting for.
So
what's going on with Budlight, man?
In early April, Budlight sent an influencer named Dylan Mulvaney a handful of beers. Mulvaney in turn posted a video of herself dressed like Holly Galati from Breakfast at Tiffany's, using said beers to celebrate both March Madness and her first year of woman.
You is not. We not doing
womanhood. Using one of the cans featured her image, and it was paid as a part. It was a part of a paid sponsorship deal and promotion for some sort of sweepstakes challenge, where people can win $15,000 from Bud Light by sending in videos of themselves curing lots of beers. This video made some people very mad, and not because Holly Galati wasn't really a beer gal. Instead, they were upset because Mulvaney is transgender. Trans issues are currently front and center in America, and yada yada yada. Now Bud Light has found itself in the eye of the anti-trans storm, and Kid Rock, I saw this video, Kid Rock shot his collection of beer, saying, and then Travis Tritt said he's banning the brand from his store.
yeah, I remember that.
And many on the right are calling for a boycott of the best-selling beer in the country. If all of this sounds ludicrous, it's because it is, and it's also indicative of where we are in the U.S. today.
Listen, I heard about the Travis Tritt saying no, but I didn't know it was all because a tranny was drinking beer.
They don't have a picture of him. Oh, this dude right here.
This dude here.
This dude here.
Dude looks like a lady.
Using the word dude lightly.
No, I ain't no using it lightly. Just because you got a vagina, just because you bought a vagina, does not make you a woman.
Yeah.
And even when science allows you grown-ass man to pop a baby out your fake vagina or even out of your stomach with the uterus that they sewed into you, you will still not be a woman. Sorry, I'm not anti-trans. I'm anti, I think I'm a woman. No, I'm not doing it. Like we was talking about the COVID regulations. I don't like it. I'm not with it. Getting back to what I was talking about, let's see. There's a video popping up on the IG. So now we get into random IG news. So it brought me to ravenplume.com. COVID-19 and clots, true or clickbait? So I didn't, I'm gonna get into what it say right here. Embalmers are making claims that they are finding clots in people they're making claims that they're finding clots in people during 2021 and 2022, more than normal, more than usual. It said it went up over 10% of the bodies that they're embalming now have these like gigantic formed clots that are not they just didn't look like this before. When we die, our blood clots, etc., blah blah blah, that's a normal thing, especially when it hits tap water, which I think is weird, but because there's calcium in the tap water, it makes the blood clot on a dead body, etc. Okay, cool. But they're saying how big the clots are. That's what's a bit abnormal. And so this article is saying, now let's focus on what we do know, right? Like, let's just talk about the facts. A long-term effect of COVID-19 is the formations of clots. So that's if you had got COVID-19, you're going to have some clots in your body. Okay. And the clotting effect can be seen in people who are both vaccinated and unvaccinated. So that means if you got the COVID-19 vaccination and then you catch COVID, the vaccine is not stopping the clots from forming in your body. Okay? All right. Johnson & Johnson vaccine was linked to thrombosis with another really long word, aka TTS, which is a combination of blood clotting and low platelets. This is a rare and treatable condition when caught in time. I didn't need that last sentence because I feel like it's a little bit manipulative that this is a rare and treatable condition. I didn't ask you that. What I asked you is which one of them vaccines are linked to thrombosis or these clotting, and it's linked to both you having low platelets in your blood cells and blood clotting? That's not good. Okay. In addition, COVID-19, the Mayo Clinic lists the following common causes of clotting that involves smoking, obesity, heart attack, heart failure, vein thrombosis, because that means you already have thrombosis, strokes, and family history of blood clots, obviously. You can't blame COVID-19 if you got any of those issues. That's what I'm hearing. You can't blame COVID-19 and you can't blame the COVID vaccine if you're already dealing with those issues. And I think we touched on that a long time ago in regards to, like, if you were generally unhealthy when COVID came along. Right, pre-existing conditions. If you was already unhealthy when COVID vaccine came along, then yeah, you might have died from the COVID vaccine. Not that you died from the vaccine, you might have died from COVID. Okay, whatever. Post-mortem clots can form quickly in the blood if it's still in a liquid state, causing the plasma to separate from formed elements. There are common sites to embalmers of all levels of training. So whether you starting from the beginning or you've been doing this for years, you have seen clots in people's blood in these dead bodies, right? There's nothing new. Another fact, formaldehyde coagulates proteins during the embalming process, and blood is made of protein. Further, tap water contains calcium, which drives the blood clotting reaction even after death. Okay, we get that. And kind of touched on it a few seconds ago. We add specific chemicals called water conditioners that remove calcium in order to prevent the blood clotting reaction. As far as I know, whoever wrote this article or the embalmer who listed these facts, as far as I know, there's not a database for us to reference trends in post-mortem clots. So we have no idea what the scale and frequency of certain types are. At the end of the day, somebody who's been doing this for years, they might not have written it down on a notepad and kept it handy, the day and the time and the weight and the cause of death when they saw these clots. All they know is they went from 1 minute seeing these types of clots every other day, once a week, once a month, to all of a sudden every other body got them joints. That's what they're trying to say. That something has been going on in the last 2 or 3 years that was not going on before. Again, so I know y'all be scrolling on y'all IGs. You probably gonna come across this video with the news lady saying all of this stuff. And the article that she had referenced came from the epochtimes.com. And Mobius had looked it up because they claim that they're unbiased. If you look up this website on your own, they claim they're unbiased. If you wiki the Epoch Times, that says that they're a far right news media outlet. And you know, I don't care what side of politics that you're on. If your goal is to find the truth, then let that be that. Like, I don't care whether we are on opposing teams. I'm Redskins and you Cowboys. If you got some facts, if you got some knowledge, if you know what I'm saying, if you did the research that I didn't do, and I feel like you're a trustworthy source, I already said that.
No. Okay. A little bit more about them. They're a far-right international multi-language newspaper and media affiliated with the Falun New Religious Movement, and they're based in New York. And they also operate New Tang Dynasty television, and they run websites in 35 countries, but it's blocked in mainland China.
Of course.
They strongly oppose the Chinese Communist Party, but strongly support the former President Donald Trump. You know, they talk about QAnon and a bunch of other stuff like that. So it's like
might be a little clickbaity.
Yeah.
The
verify your sources as you always do, as we always tell you to do. And
yeah, always.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Absolutely. And that's why I wanted to at least point out, like, in the video, that's where the article stated the story had came from. Another thing that I want to talk about, thrombosis, or the TTS syndrome, occurs when the vaccine produces antibodies that activate platelets, resulting in TTS, low platelets, and blood clots. The blood clots can happen in veins and arteries throughout the body, the brain, the abdomen, and the legs. So watch out for that Johnson & Johnson. Everybody already know that, though. Like, they kept saying, oh, it's just 1 out of the 5 vaccines that's ain't shit. Like, no, I've been hearing mad shit about in Europe and other countries overseas that AstraZeneca was trash too. But anyway, at the end of the day, something's wrong with all of it. Oh, and the thing that I forgot to touch on when I did the nun story, because I did read the whole article, but I'm just kind of spitting back to you what I remember about it. One of the reasons why she wanted a religious exemption, other than we shouldn't be no test dummies for the government, is that whole thing that got released from the lady who worked for, I think it was the Pfizer vaccine, about they was using the abortion fetuses from 50 years ago. Stem cells. Yeah, we're not into that. I don't want nothing to do with that. Me personally, I don't want nothing to do with that either. Thing I wanted to say about that IG video about the embalmers and the clots, at the bottom of it had that misinformation tag. And so I just wanted to be clear. I got to click on the tag and see very specifically what they're saying is misinformation. And so I believe that the statement was made that the embalmers said that in 2021 and 2022 is when they started seeing a lot of this happen. What they didn't do is on their own as embalmers, which are not considered to be medical professionals, which I think is what it is. What they said was, I just see it happening. I didn't say I'm connecting the dots to the COVID vaccine. I'm saying, oh, it's something fishy in the water, and you connect the dots to your damn self, because you're not going to sue me and say that I say something that ain't true.
Yeah.
Which I think is the smartest way to go about it at the end of the day. Like, hint, hint, hint. Like, you got to be able to read in between the lines. Like, when it comes to the real truth about the truth, it's a little scary, especially when you hold any type of position of power that affects your financial situation. And you got kids in a family that you can't afford to die tomorrow, or who gonna take care of them? Like, come on, you gotta be careful. And so that also leads me to a statement from another video that led me to read this article on news.stanford.edu. A video, I think I don't know. It was another video on IG where they was talking about how the Harvard and Stanford medical researchers are being hushed in regards to the negative effects of COVID-19 vaccine. And so I went to, try to do some research and find some information about this. And it just seemed like Stanford just hired this lady to say, hey, be careful. She basically sounded like the woman version of Fauci. I'm science, and I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, what, nigga? No, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Don't worry. I'm pointing you in the right direction. And the right direction is to trust science. Trust the CDC. Trust the government. Nope, that's all I needed to hear is absolutely no.
We're from the government and we're here to help are the scariest words in the English language.
Even went as far as saying anti-vaccination influencers like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. have cherry-picked unverified reports from the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, or you might have heard of VAERS, the public database where people self-report adverse side effects from vaccination. I'm not going to sit here and say, ain't no trolls out here. Let's keep it 100. It's hella trolls everywhere. And all they want to do is waste your time and talk shit that's not important. At the end of the day, you can't dismiss everybody on the VAERS website and say, oh, it's not that deep, or we can't trust it. Like, some of the people on there was really when they got that shot and experienced stuff that they ain't never experienced in their whole entire life. And it's just not okay to group everybody together and ignore that information. Also on the Instagram post, PolitiFact was who the fact checking on Instagram for this particular article. Listen, all I know is they was based in Tampa Bay, Florida, and they were acquired by Poynter Institute, a nonprofit school of journalists. And as I guess a journalist, or a researcher, or a writer, a published author, I think it's really important to fact check the information. But it's really, really hard to fact check the information when there's so much misinformation and disinformation paid for by the government, by the news. No, no, and no. And so I don't know whether I could trust Poynter Institute. I don't know whether I could trust PolitiFact.com. At the end of the day, like I said before, I don't care what's your background or who or where you from. If you got some truth, I want to hear it. But your version of the truth and my version of the truth, what I'm starting to learn, selective, relative, what's the other one? Relative or...
Relative truth?
Yeah, relative or subjective.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous game that we're out here playing. There's only two sexes in this world, male and female. But what are the alphabet boys saying? It's relative or subjective.
It's fluid.
It's fluid. I am who I want to be. And you could be anything you want to be. Would you like to be a butterfly? No, I'm not going in that pod. Get
out of here.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx is in the hospital.
That's not good.
No.
What he got? Exhaustion?
He was shooting the movie and I think he collapsed or some shit.
Oh, too much coke.
Monique from... Well, the actor Monique.
I heard she back in the streets getting money. She not blackballed no more?
I don't know, but she's suing Paramount and CBS over unpaid royalties. She on her Dave
Chappelle. From the Parkers.
Yeah.
Honey, and the Parkers is still running on TV.
Yep.
So run her coins.
She on her Dave Chappelle, so let's hope that
she come out on top. Hell yeah. Run her paper, boo.
A sheriff's office in Maryland has been...
In Murderland?
In Maryland. A Maryland sheriff has been helping a firearms dealer obtain and rent machine guns.
Ooh, that's lit.
Under the guise of his department training. So he would go, we need these to train for SWAT and demonstration purposes and stuff.
Oh, the gun broke, so we threw it away. Oh, it was missing a firing pin, so we threw it away. No, nigga, you sold it in the streets.
And they've been making money.
Making that bread. So now he got caught.
He got caught and was ordered by the feds to surrender all his firearms and is currently on a leave of absence.
What? Yeah. How is he not in jail?
You know.
This what I be talking about. So if you caught a regular person on the street selling guns.
Selling machine guns.
Selling machine. Bruh, and that's my whole other thing.
Actual machine guns, not the fake. No, actual.
Not the old Draco.
Full auto machine guns. As they call them, select fire.
Oh, AR-15s?
No, just anything capable of auto.
I mean, that was my example.
Yeah.
What, like AR-15s? Because I was thrown off when I heard Maryland cops was riding around with shotguns and AR-15s. I was like,
that's normal.
Oh, okay. Who you shoot? Right, but who the fuck is you shooting? Why are we getting in the gunfight? Bruh, if you can't handle your job with that pistol, with that 9, I'm not talking about SWAT. SWAT should get, everything short of a grenade. Like, that's too much inside of our own country. That's all I'm saying. But like, come on. Even a shotgun. Why can't we shoot bean bags at people? Like, I don't know. There's got to be another way to shoot people with electric drones that don't kill them. Like, I can't. Okay, I'm going too far. Go ahead. It's too much. I can't. Why these cops committing crimes is not in jail? Bad boys.
Pentagon documents from an Air National Guardsman, Jack Texier. I can't even pronounce that name.
Texera? I don't know.
Tex Avery. National Guardsman in Massachusetts is suspected of leaking classified documents about the war in Ukraine.
Shout out to MSN for this story.
The MSN, they're pretty pissed about that. So they went. The FBI had to raid him and got his ass.
Wait, an airman? He was a pilot?
No, he's
in the military.
He's in the military. He's an
Air Force.
Airmen, so that's what they call him.
Yeah, Air Force. Yeah. Okay.
So
what was he doing?
He leaked documents about the Ukrainian war.
No.
Classified documents.
Where did he leak them at? The dark web.
No, he leaked them in the Discord.
Or Discord of all places.
For the clout.
He should have. Well, no, I guess Discord is a little bit more low key than Reddit because everybody's on Reddit now. Like everybody know
Reddit
to try to search Reddit for the tea.
Reddit is the public forum. Discord, you have to be invited to a server to get in.
Oh, so one of your servers mates snitched, or
Nah, he's been doing this for a minute.
Oh my goodness, you got away with it for a long time, and you couldn't just let it go. Just stop. Just don't. Don't pass go.
So in Tennessee, there was after the shooting we had just had recently, the two Tennessee lawmakers were expelled by a Republican majority party. They got reappointed after leading a protest into the assembly. You know, they got ejected, and that's illegal. So
for kicking them out, that's illegal.
I mean, it sets a precedent.
The protest can't be illegal.
I mean, to have it in the House, they might. It would be like, okay, you get fined, but not to be expelled as a.
Like you lose your position in the government. Y'all playing with me.
That would be unprecedented. So
right, because the purpose is for freedom of speech or representation.
Right.
And you trying to play me and scare me away. Anyway, they good now though.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That was in Tennessee.
But I want to say shout out to who was it?
Also MSN.
Oh, USA Today. Well,
this is MSN.
I know, but it's USA Today.
USA Today.
Anyway, what's the name of the two lawmakers?
Justin Pearson is one of the state legislators, and the other is somebody. Jones. Something Jones.
Okay.
Justin Jones, I think. State Rep Justin Jones.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this would be him, yeah.
Well, shout out to them for standing up, obviously, for something that's not cool. Like, period. All right.
NYPD's got some new toys. Just if you guys.
Oh yeah, this is not a video game, guys.
It's not. So if you remember in Too Fast, Too Furious, how the cops in Miami,
The Rock,
the Rozzers had a.
I thought The Rock did it.
What?
I thought The Rock shot his car with the thing.
No.
And that wasn't in Miami. That was a.
No, this was in Too Fast, Too Furious. Kind of.
Oh, the second one?
Yeah, it's not so in
the one with Tyrese.
Yeah.
Shot it to the car.
It was an EMP basically.
Yeah, the EMP. Yeah.
But so the idea is the same. They did it from helicopters and they did it from cars to disable the vehicles.
Right.
And that's how they caught Brian Paul Walker, rest in peace. That's how they caught him and made him work back for the FBI or whatever again. So this is just tracking your car, because that thing had a spike that could kill somebody. That they wouldn't be able to get away with that. But this is just. I mean, they might not be.
They could have just put an Apple tag on somebody's car. Next.
Yeah, I suppose. But this is what they look like.
That's so hot, bro. Y'all need to Google. Shout out to MSN again. Why you all up on MSN Regina? Okay. Shout out to y'all need to go look this up. The name of the article is NYPD can now shoot GPS trackers at your car. So go check it out and scroll down and see the trackers. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
So they must be tracking you until they can pull your ass over, because you're not getting too far with that.
It's meant to be done during a chase.
So I ain't really gotta chase you that hard. And
right.
We still know
we're gonna find you as. So you have to stop and pull it off, and then So instead of having these,
I got something for that. It's like, no.
you gotta have your mans in the back, like Paul Walker.
Just keep Vaseline on your car, so it just slide off, baby.
So we know that
horrible advice.
The San Francisco police arrest a man related to the death of the Cash App founder Bob Lee.
So suspicious, bruh. So suspicious, bruh.
It's suspicious because after he died, or very close around the time that he died, the federal government announced FedNow.
Hey!
An initiative to basically do what Cash App is doing. FedNow service will start operating in July and provide. It's basically just like FedNow is the Federal Reserve's new instant payment service that will enable customers at participating banks and credit unions to send and receive money within the system.
I'm gonna stick to Zelle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you already watching my money on Cash App.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to stick to Zelle. What is the reason for me to bang with Fed now? Unless you remove the ability to file taxes out of Cash App, why would I switch from Cash App to Fed now? Unless they're shutting it down. Hence, users of Cash App can find solace in knowing that the service isn't shutting down for now.
Yeah.
So since he's dead, it's not getting shut down.
No, because there's like, you know, a board of chiefs and directives and all that stuff.
I just
But
need to
your
know
bank-
whether to get my stock money out of Cash App. Because
So-
I got money in stocks on Cash App.
So your bank has to opt into the system for FedNow. So
Your bank has to opt in to Fed now?
Yeah, they're not automatically a part of it. They have to say, yeah, we want to participate and give us money and stuff, which all of them probably will.
What you mean as far as transferring money from Cash App to your bank?
No,
from FedNow to your bank?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get their foot in the doors and shake all the hands in the background. Bro, I'm not anything that start with FED. Bruh, I don't bang with you. And I know I'm not alone with that statement. And not to be ignorant or like perpetuate the alleged ignorance in the brown community for saying, I don't fuck with the police, I don't trust the police, I don't trust the government. No, nigga, it's real. We got real reasons out here, bruh. We got real reasons. Don't try to come at us like we just on some bull stuff. Like, yeah, educate yourself, bruh. Look at the history and what the government has done for you.
New York Times, former gynecologist convicted of luring women to his office for abuse. Robert A. Haddon was previously admitted to sexual abuse in a 2016 plea deal that required no prison time. Something was happening to him. The federal charges against him, who has not worked as a doctor since 2012, stemmed from assaults from 4 patients who traveled from and through New Jersey and Nevada and several other places through appointments. And today's verdict does not undo the harm that Holden has done, and his employers have caused hundreds of women and girls over decades harm. The verdict came around 12:45 after about 2 hours of deliberations. The jury found him guilty on all 4 charges of enticing his former patients into the state to engage illegal sexual activity. So
oh my goodness.
This dude's going to jail.
Mr. Haddon?
His sentencing in the U.S. District Court of Manhattan is scheduled for April 25th.
Right around the corner.
And each of the 4 counts carry a maximum of 20 years
20,
in
40,
prison.
60, 80?
He is gone.
Oh, for maximums though. So
Yeah.
they can
So
give him
maybe.
10. They can give him 10, 20, 30, 40 instead.
Yeah.
But wait, who is he again?
Robert Haddon.
Yeah, but like who?
He was
how
a
important was he? Oh yeah. Listen, we running out of time on the unknown unknowns, but I really gotta get on my soapbox for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a woman and you are listening to this, I want you to know that you need to pick a doctor that you can trust, and that's not a relationship that develops overnight. If your doctor makes you feel uncomfortable, completely walk away from that situation. Don't turn back. And if you've ever had an experience with a doctor negatively, make sure you bring your spouse, your sibling, whoever with you to the appointment to make sure that you're treated the way you deserve to be treated. And if you are a male and you have a female in your life, whether it's your daughter, your niece, your mother, or your wife, girlfriend, you need to support them. When they say, I got to go to a doctor's appointment, I really need y'all to speak up and say, do you need me to be there with you? Let her tell you, no, I can do this by myself. Okay, girl, that's on you if you say that part. But I think that's really important. To go back to that Cash App news, I really want to say, I had to double check to see if Cash App is FDIC insured. And I'm surprised that it is. I thought it wasn't.
It was not a bank, so I wouldn't be surprised if it
wasn't.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it wasn't. So, yeah, I just had to get on my soapbox about that because Mobius brought that story out of left field. I wasn't even ready for that story. I'm over here checking up on my own stuff, making sure my stories align. But that really threw me off. Like, I've talked to y'all. You gonna have to check me out season 2 or season 1 or something. I talked about I had a bad experience. And so I think it's important, man. Call your insurance company. Call the cops. If they acting up, bro, you got rights. You can't just be letting shit happen to you.
March 26th, we got
the flames. Oh my gosh.
significant concerns. Shout out to S2 Underground. He's on YouTube. He's the group of intelligence guys who just be telling the truth and shit.
Snitching. For the streets, though. He's snitching for the streets.
Yeah. Pennsylvania, March 26th, chemical spill in Bucks County. A chemical facility spills about 8,000 gallons of latex finishing solution into the Delaware River. Yeah.
Spills? Or they drop that shit off like they
Officials
planned.
urge that there is no harm. However, officials also recommend Philadelphia residents drink bottled water, which of course caused a panic.
You can't tell me that you dump chemicals in the water and we straight. No, nigga.
On the 24th, I think also in Pennsylvania, a large explosion at a chocolate factory. I saw the video. That shit was crazy. A large explosion at a chocolate factory at R.M. Palmer Company in Reading completely destroyed due to substantial explosions. 7 plus employees were killed instantly by the blast, and 10 others were hospitalized. 1 employee was located alive 8 hours after the blast. The cause of the explosion is unknown. New York. Also on the 26th, chemical spills, multiple explosions reported
this is
at
all
a chemical.
on the 26th or
yeah.
the 24th?
26th, 24th, and 26th.
It sounds like a ritual.
Multiple explosions at a chemical factory. Unknown amount of peroxide spilled into 18 Mile Creek, southeast. Kentucky, barge adrift in Ohio River, plus the Ohio disaster with the trains and shit that's still happening. That was March 28th. Mississippi, there's a tornado ongoing. That's normal. It's unfortunate, but it's normal.
And that was horrible, man. Rest in peace, everybody. I saw the footage, and it was, just flat. Mm-hmm. Everything was flat and trashed, and it's so sad. So rest in peace. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all really want to get out into the community and make a difference in regard to these natural disasters, travel there. If you can get the time off work, or you ain't working, and you got a car that runs, and you got gas money, go to these places physically. Go to your Costco, your BJ's, your Sam Club. Stock up on water if you don't do nothing else, and bring it down to these up, down, around the corner to all of these places, because it's really important that we try to do our part as a community. And guess what? Giving money to people is not the way to do it. Non-profits get to keep 60% of the money. They not giving the money to the people who need it. Or excuse me, they not giving all of the money to the people who need it. Like, come on. Significant incidents in East Central Midwestern region. Ohio, February 3rd. East Palestine hazmat crisis. CDC confirms 7 times investigators have fallen ill following the investigation of the hazmat incident. The investigators were part of the teams sent door to door to interview residents, not part of the cleanup operations. 45,000 animals have died so far. Officials claim that the area is safe. How the hell you gonna tell me if the animals is dead?
Everything's fine, y'all. Everything's good.
No, we just dropped this latex. You know that's plastic. You know we got plastic, microscopic plastic in our blood and our DNA floating around in the air that we can't get rid of. But it's not that deep. It's not that. We all good, baby.
Everything's fine. Minnesota, November 22nd to present, there was a shit. So
the world's on fire.
Basically, NPP tritium leak with 400,000 gallons of radioactive tritium water has been leaking from the plant since November during repairs.
Oh my God.
An additional previously unknown leak was discovered, prompting an emergency shutdown of the plant. Then there was also a train derailment on March 30th. Hazmat. Train of 22 cars derails in Raymond, Minnesota. At least one caught fire, which was carrying ethanol. An evacuation order has been placed for the local citizens. At least they got their citizens out of there. So hopefully.
Some of them, anybody that's homebound.
Yeah.
Old.
April 2nd, derailment in Montana. 25 cars derailed in the Clark Fork River in Paradise, Montana. Contents of the car was initially unknown, but it is, at least this is the good news, it is initially revealed to be mostly beer. That's
wow, that was leaked into the water?
Yeah. No, just it was a derailment and it's just beer.
Oh, but it didn't get into the water.
I mean, either way, it's just beer.
No, that's cool. That's cool, baby. It's just a little beer, baby. Yeah. That's the best story out of all of them.
Gas prices.
I'm not going for this. It's all good, baby. It's not.
Gas prices.
What is the conspiracy behind all of this shit?
That our infrastructure is under attack. in addition to that plus all the other...
That we're being attacked, that this ain't shit that just happened on accident, transporting chemicals.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Our infrastructure's been failing for years, but now
right. But there's a difference between failing and under attack.
So all this stuff's happening, which drives the price of food up, which increases the general population's reliance on the government, which means that they have more power over us to do what they want.
Ooh, Mobius just summed that up nicely. What I see there is y'all better stock up on water.
Yeah.
Y'all better stock up on water and stop drinking water out of plastic bottles. I know I'm a hypocrite. I got to get my life together. I got to get my 5-gallon glass jars. I got to get some land to hide these 5-gallon glass jars. I need a 55-gallon glass drum. Like, what? I don't even know where to get that. Anyway.
What's up?
Stock up on water. I can't. Because that's all I'm hearing. All of these chemicals that's being dumped in the water, we already don't have that much clean, fresh water to drink in the whole world, on the earth in the first place.
The planet.
On the whole planet in the first place. We don't even have enough drinking water. But now you telling me y'all gonna keep dumping more and more chemicals into the water. Listen, either we being attacked or this shit was already planned in the first place. I talked about it before. Somebody who lived in California or was in California for a long time said a lot of them fires in California are actually planned fires gone wild. But when you see the stories, they be like, oh no, something happened. We don't know what happened.
Gender reveal.
Not enough water. Wait, what is a gender reveal? What?
No, like there was the last major fire they had was that gender reveal, and it burnt down like half the damn state.
What? What was they shooting out their gender reveal?
Fireworks or some shit. I don't know.
I can't with the gender reveals polluting the earth.
Speaking of water and the West, Saudi Arabia they have a deal with Arizona, and they're basically sucking Arizona dry for their water. Drier.
It's already dry.
This is from Arizona PBS, Arizona State University, and basically
this is hard.
They basically just are taking the water from here in the U.S. and porting it over to Saudi Arabia to feed their crops and do all stuff and things.
Saudi Arabia is paying that bread. They paying that bread for this water.
The lease is like $80,000. They pay about $86,000 a year.
That's not enough.
No, but for how much water they're taking, they're bleeding that state dry, and that's already from the droughts that they've been having over the last several years, in addition to Colorado running out of water at the Hoover Dam.
Which is crazy, because I'm going to the highest mountain, and I'm drinking that snow.
Yep.
Anyway, I know it's not snowy all year round.
National average gas prices is $3.64.5.
What? $3.645?
Yeah.
You put extra points.
I put a point in there. That's my fault, y'all. My voice is hoarse if you can't hear it.
Oh, this guy Mobius, whatever. Listen.
That's it. I mean, there's a bunch of other shit.
I have positive black news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So another video that you're gonna find on IG when you scrolling, maybe, possibly, if you on that conscious shit, or the Ora Lee Smith Cancer Research Foundation. I'm wondering if that's her mom or something. Founded by Dr. Hadia, and if I spelled her name wrong, my bad. Hadia Nicole Green. She made is a video that's on Instagram that obviously is going viral, where she says, I dedicated my life to using nanoparticles to destroy cancer. It doesn't make any sense why we got this technology and done had it for years and are not healing people with the technology. So I want to shout out to her. We gotta give people their roses while they still alive. So if you want to support a black woman trying to cure cancer with technology, now I might not. Honestly, I can't all the way get behind using laser activated nanoparticles and immunotherapies, but I'm all for black women using technology. I'm all for giving her roses and what she's trying to do. She's trying to make a difference and she's trying to help people. So we're going to see how that goes. Shout out to her. The website is oralee.org. If you want to go support the movement, go ahead, holla. I felt like I couldn't really give her roses without touching on Dr. Sebi. Because he didn't use technology. He didn't use drugs. He didn't use, I don't know, crazy white people methods. Shout out to white people. To cure cancer or AIDS or herpes or reflux or drug addiction or ADHD or arthritis or mesothelioma. He didn't use drugs for any of these things. He used a alkaline diet, and he explained to you exactly what the things that we are currently eating, what they're doing to our body. And so you should know who he is. He was persecuted, I mean, like, so much. Even in, what was the year? The Supreme Court tried to get on him. The Attorney General of New York City, they had him on trial for false advertising and practicing without a license. They told him to show up with one person for each of the disease that he had cured. 77 people showed up and said, he cured me, and they dropped the charges. Let's keep it 100. At the bottom it says Eddie Murphy, John Travolta, Michael Jackson, Magic Johnson, who been had AIDS for years. And the deceased Lisa Left Eye Lopes, which in her documentary before she died, she was on one of his diets. You know, so he was working with a few celebrities, but he was keeping it low key. But he really started to get out there right before he died, and I think that's what it was. His name was going around. The information was spreading and spreading and spreading, and black people were like, I am going to take control of my own mind and my own body. And now he's dead. Conspiracies. I want to shout out to the guy who made this other black guy who's got this video going viral also on Instagram about all the chemicals that are banned in the United States that are in our food and that we're eating. I wanted to give us our kudos. I wanted to give us our roses because we talked about that 2 years ago. We did a story, I believe it was on our first Water is Life episode on season 2, where we talked about how the chemicals that we are using on our skin is killing the barrier reef, and how they know that it's also giving us cancer. It's not just about the barrier reef, but that's obviously really important to our ocean.
Sea critters.
the sea creatures that live in the ocean that, clean the ocean floor, that do what they do and have a purpose, and we would die even sooner if they went extinct. Yeah, those creatures, we need them. But yeah, so it's not just about killing them and messing the water up, putting more chemicals in the water with sunblock, but it's about what it's doing to your skin. And the fact that the government knows that it's killing us inside and out. Anyway, shout out to yourlawyer.com. I got 12 brief chemicals and additives that America consumes that are banned abroad. Potassium bromate, a strong oxidizing agent used to strengthen dough. We touched on this in ours. We pointed out 13,000 chemicals, so we didn't go over each one. But the one that they said is definitely inside of like dough, bread, cookies, pizza, chips, and cake mixes that we use. It's banned in the United Kingdom, Canada, Brazil, Europe, Argentina, China, India, South Korea, Sri Lanka, Peru, and Nigeria. And they only require a warning label in California, letting you know that potassium bromide is in there. And it could make you sick and you could die. I mean, cancer is what it could give you. Anyway, I want to touch on, and they said Hormel, Wise, and Goya are known for having the potassium bromate in their products. I want to touch on brominated vegetable oil, a mixture of plant-derived triglycerides that contain bromine, used to keep flavors from separating in citrus soft drinks, is also used as a flame retardant in plastics and furnitures. I heard about this in regard to Mountain Dew, but I didn't know. When I was in high school, we talked about how if you were a male and you were having a lot of unprotected sex, that you should drink Mountain Dew if you don't want to get none of these shawties pregnant.
Lowers your sperm count.
Yep, lowers your sperm count. That's what they told us. Well, what they're saying, bromine has been found to irritate skin, mucous membranes. Excessive long-term use can cause headaches, memory loss, and impaired coordination. So even though you up off that caffeinated ass Mountain Dew, if you can't remember what happened yesterday while you was sipping Mountain Dew, come on, I'm just told you what happened. So anyway, and that's only banned in a few countries: the European Union, Japan, and India. Brilliant Blue. It's a colorant found in the food products Jolly Ranchers and M&Ms. Also in cotton candy, canned processed peas. I'm fucking done. Why is the color blue in my peas, bro? I don't know if I'm ever eating peas again.
Peas
I'm
in
really
my head,
fucked up
but
off
don't
this.
call me a pea head. Andy Milonakis something.
Don't call me a pea head.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the Andy Milonakis guy when the show come on. I was so annoyed. That really fucked me up right there. Sports drink, ice pops, children medication, soaps and shampoos cause allergic reaction. This Brilliant Blue. I'm not with that shit, bro. I'm mad. Anyway, go to yourlawyer.com or Google 12 chemical additives that are banned abroad, and you can find this article. It's just absolutely sickening. I mean, I'm telling you, it's nothing. I'm just tired of the circle of like bullshit, and now you're gonna die from just being an American. You telling me I can't even live in this country and do me?
There's too much.
Without dying.
There's too much stuff on fire. We're running out of time.
We're running out of time.
We've run out of time.
The next episode we're gonna do is gonna be about money. I'm gonna touch on this FDIC thing a little bit because I've been doing hella research, but yeah, I'm doing hella research with my Merriam-Webster dictionary right next to me, and I can't wait to be able to say my Laws Black dictionary right next to me, honestly. And I don't have no physical dictionary. You know, we talking about damn Google. Don't play with me. Anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know just a little tip tap before we get to that episode. Our next episode, I guess, either at the end of April or it's gonna be our May episode. Google Equifax data breach settlement. See if you can get that money. See if you eligible. See if they owe you some money. Me personally, I'm a member of Credit Karma. So I feel like Equifax reports on Credit Karma. I feel like I'm eligible for this lawsuit. Get your 25 or 125 if you actually got proof that something happened, identity theft, etc. But yeah, it's going to be all about the money. Get into the money on our next episode. And Mobius, I just want to tell you.
Hi.
Have you been on our channel?
No.
No, this is Mobius. He done had COVID. He done went to California, hung out with the cootie booties, and got the motherfucking California COVID and brought it back to the East Coast. Then he went to Delaware. Then he, like, I'm so tired of this Mobius globetrotting, bro. I'm tired of it, Mobius.
Delaware was a work trip.
This nigga work trip. All I know is you ain't showing no love to the unknown unknowns Instagram. You already know what it is. Hit us up. You know, shout out to Ant-Man the intern. I know he gonna pop that joint up.
Ant-Man.
Follow the unknown unknowns on the IG. Hit Shady aka Cardi Gate on the Twitch if you want to chill with me on the backstage. We always looking for co-hosts and guests to come on the show to spit facts, tell us about what you do, your industry, and how you got to where you at in this brown
we supposed
community.
to have a something with Ant-Man coming up here pretty soon. We
Oh
got
yeah,
a special thing. He's been holding it down for a long time. We appreciate you, my boy.
Give him his roses, bro. We appreciate you here, the unknown unknowns, yeah.
We supposed to have another guest coming on pretty soon too.
Yeah, we definitely trying to get the guests back.
We're gonna get some lined up for you. So stay tuned. I do got one set of good news right here.
I was about to shoot you in the face.
So you know Lo-Fi Girl?
No, I don't. But that was about to bring me into the story that I was about to tell you about your own channel that you don't even know about.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, talk about this hoe. Because our news should be the last news.
Y'all know Lo-Fi Girl. She be holding it down. Your favorite girl DJ to do your homework and take naps too and all that stuff. That's Lo-Fi
Is she
Girl.
black?
No, it's, the little anime girl with the...
It's always sitting in her room and doing stuff.
Doing homework.
Yes. Shout out to Lo-Fi Girl because I was faking for 2 seconds. I didn't know. As soon as he pulled up the image, I already knew. Yes.
She got a homie. It's Synthwave Boy. He gonna be holding it down for your synthwave needs.
Synthwave Boy.
Lo-Fi Girl and Synthwave Boy. She's apparently from France or something. Anyway,
that's cool.
So for all my music aficionados out there, y'all got some new stuff to go. And yeah, since
that leads me into our news.
Okay, what's your news?
So while we was on our March hiatus, the unknown. Oh, this guy, he gonna keep bringing up that vid, that 19, like it's sweet.
It finally got me.
Damn, it finally got me. Oh, this was your first time?
Yeah.
Damn. Anyway, to wrap up this episode, I appreciate y'all banging with us. We got some news. We also got a commercial out. I hope you've seen it. On the other side of our channel, while we was on hiatus, we have our own lo-fi.
Oh, chill. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, man. We got our own little chill, take a nap, take a moment.
Listen to the raindrops. We out here.
Yeah, we got an R&R channel. So listen, I know we talk about some real heavy shit on our show, but go ahead, slide over to the other part of our channel. It's a playlist called R&R. Man, when it's time for you to calm down, deep breath, relax, get into a place where you need to be, you already know where to go. The Unknown Unknowns got everything you need over here. Man, show us some love. Send us some music or something. Send some local artists our way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we looking for some intro and some outro music. You know, if you want to bang with the unknowns, you want to interview, you want to share your product, as long as you supporting or a part of the brown community, man, we with it. So you already know what it is. It's Shady, a.k.a. Cartier. It's Moby, it's Boo Lovin'. And I think we out.
Thanks, y'all. See you on the next.